Hello everybody and welcome back to Coombe Valley Campers. Today we're going to be talking all about the three-way fridge. If you own a camper van from the 70s, 80s and maybe even the 90s, the refrigerator in your camper van interior will more than likely be a three-way fridge. Now, a three-way fridge, it's called a three-way fridge because it uses three sources of energy to heat the coolant within the fridge, which will enable the fridge itself to get cold, and we'll go into that later. This one in particular, it's been customized, which is why it's got the mirror. Hello. We really like this actually. The fridge is old, it's a bit grim, but we like the fact it's got the mirror, which is why we're using it today. Yes, this one in particular is from this vehicle, which is a 1981 VW T3. The interior, again, was a little bit tired as well, but they wanted to keep the three-way fridge in it. Generally they are 40 litres, the capacity of them, and they operate using either 12 volt DC electrics, 240 volt AC electrics, or gas. So this fridge in particular then, it's not the prettiest inside. We're not going to go too much into it just because we want to concentrate on the controls at the top and what's on the back of it. But again, generally the fridges have a icebox compartment, a couple of shelves inside, and some bottle storage in the front. Again, this is quite stained in here, but we'll highlight some of the points in there later. At the top here we have got a few switches and a few dials. In particular, we have an igniter switch, we have a gas dial, which is thermostat, the temperature you want to control the fridge using the gas, and we have a hold down button, which is much like holding the dial down on your hob when you're trying to start the gas hob at home. On this side of the fridge we have a switch which will turn the fridge on to 12 volt DC when the vehicle is moving, and the green switch here is how you turn the fridge onto 240 volt AC when you're parked up and either plugged into your house or the campsite you are situated in. I'm going to break the back of the fridge down into different components, and this isn't going to be a long or very scientific lesson, but the fridge gets cold using absorption, the absorption process. Your fridge at home is a compressor fridge, and the new 12 volt compressor fridges you can get within your camper van work the same as your household fridge, the compressor system. This is the absorption process, and it uses chemicals to make the element inside the fridge cold, which absorbs the heat from the inside of the fridge, making the fridge cold. So this big piece up here, this is an insulated jacket around the boiler. If I remove this to show you underneath, now this is going to be a bit dusty and dirty, so I make no apologies, but it can be a bit grubby underneath. So this is fiberglass insulation. Right, before I do that, I'm going to put some gloves on. Okay, so we're going to remove this insulating jacket round the heating element. It contains fiberglass, so put some bits on, help your hands. Now this fridge is potentially 30-35 years old, so you're going to expect a little bit of dirt, a little bit of crud in there, but for the purpose of this video I'm going to clean it as well. So this is what's behind that big sleeve. We have this tube here, this is called the boiler, and the boiler is heated up by one of three things. The gas burner in the bottom, a 12 volt heating element, or a 240 volt AC element. And I will go into those in a second. This part up here is called the condenser, and this part down here is the tank, which contains the chemicals that make this work. The chemicals in this tank are water, ammonia and hydrogen. The water, ammonia and hydrogen all play a part in how this system gets cold, and it uses heat as the energy source for that. The water and ammonia travel from the tank down this tube to the boiler. The heating elements heat up the mixture of water and ammonia, and the water and ammonia liquid turns into a vapour. The vapour passes up the boiler. These ribs in the tank are designed to condense the water vapour back to a liquid. So as the water is heated up, it turns into a liquid, but almost instantly these ribs are making an effort to turn the water vapour back to a liquid. And the last kink in the tube is just up here, so it wants all of the water vapour to stop at the last point, which is just up here. The water liquid then drips back into this part of the tank here, ready to be reheated and processed again. The ammonia gas moves up into this condenser, so the ammonia vapour moves up this tube and into this condenser. Once the ammonia vapour travels through the condenser, the fins dissipate the heat and the ammonia vapour turns back into a liquid and drops down this tube here. Once it reaches this part of this tube here and travels this way towards the fridge, the hydrogen gas from this tank is introduced into the tube also. Once the hydrogen gas and the ammonia liquid meet, the ammonia liquid absorbs the hydrogen gas and a rapid decrease in temperature happens just as it enters your cool box. And when you've seen these work before, there is a huge temperature decrease, which makes the cool box itself actually go to 0 degrees centigrade or lower. Once the ammonia and hydrogen mix has cooled down and gone through the actual cool box itself, the two will start cooling and falling back down these tubes, separating into a gas and a liquid and meeting back down in this tank for the process to start again. Again, that was a lot of information. I hope I got it all right. I'm not a scientist. I have been doing a bit of research into these because I know how the system works. I just wanted to get the terminology right for you guys. So, in a nutshell, the combination of liquids gets heated, they get cooler as they pass through, hydrogen meets the ammonia liquid, goes through the cool box, cools back down again, meets in this tank where the process starts over. That's probably what I should have said the first time. And there you have it. That's how your three-way fridge works. It's all a bit technical. I didn't go too much into the science behind it. And that's where we're going to leave it today. It's going to be a nice short one because the next video is going to be how to operate the fridge. And if your fridge doesn't work, we're going to show you how to repair it, and if it still does but you want to maintain it, we're going to show you how to maintain it as well. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, click the bell in the corner so you can get notifications as to when our videos go live. We're going to be bringing out workshop Wednesdays as well, so keep an eye out for those. If you like any of these, if you'd like to learn more about electrics and how to build your own camper, click on any one of these boxes that I'm just about to put up and you will get hyperlinked onto those videos. Before I go, please go and check out our website. All of the products that I'm using today, the screwdrivers, the tools, anything else, you can buy in our product store on the website. You can also see the services we provide you, and you can also see that our videos have started to be transcribed into instructional booklets so you can print them off and download them. So there you have it. Thank you very much. Bye bye.